Hi everyone. I just wanted to talk about concrete bullet um, bullets, and I heard that um, they made a regulation on bullets that um, that are sold on like in the gun shops and stuff, and these right here have some form of TNT in them, and I've seen them in Lowe's and Home Depot, and they have a lot. There's a lot of them in there. So, I mean, I guess if someone really wanted to make an explosive or something, they could make one um, with these little things, and they can make their own bullets and stuff. So I think uh, like I don't know, like if there's regulation on purchasing bullets, then maybe there should be regulations on the concrete bullet ones as well, um, or something like that. Because maybe they should just be sold to to companies that like commercial companies or something. But yeah. Anyway, I don't even know why I'm making this video, but see, I think this is another one right here. So maybe they're for nails or something. I don't really know what they're for. But see, these things right here, they're concrete bullets to make holes in the concrete. See? Well, I don't know if this is no, this is like an actual gunshot. But yeah, I mean, I think maybe they should be like the paint, behind the locker things, because anyone can make even an explosive and like yeah, these right here. And terrorists, people that make bombs and stuff, they could buy these too, because they're not, from my understanding, they're not regulated like like regular bullets. I think so. Yep. See, and I don't know what they're called, but we could go to Home Depot and then stupid ads. Google just got paid for me clicking on that. Hate it. Um, hmm. Concrete hole bullets. No, that's not what I was looking for. Concrete bullets for holes. And then, oh my god, I steel termite. Um, nope. Now I can't even. find them. Well, I'm gonna have to lose my search here. Well, anyway, it wasn't even a good search. But Ranzip, powder loads, yellow. Maybe those are real bullets. I don't know. But I remember I think these are it here. Find more concrete nail gun. See this stuff right here. But I think at Home Depot they're like this. Nail gun. See, so it's a nail gun. And yeah, they power load. So concrete honey pots. Maybe not the nails. I think these are it here. Anyway, nail gun, nail bullets, concrete nail bullets. Wow, it's so hard to find. But I seen them in there. Maybe they're not concrete bullets. Maybe they're like this one said. This one here, nail gun. Maybe it's just a nail gun. Yeah, it must be this one. Tool pins and loads. They call them loads. So, I mean, we could go to YouTube.
If you want to learn how to make a WordPress website.
See?
To masonry and steel is to use powder-actuated fastening tools. These tools are also called explosive-powered handheld fastening tools.
Yep, these are it.
Powder-actuated fastening tools, often shortened to PA tools, are designed to use specially manufactured drive pins and threaded studs. Drive pins are mainly used for fastening timber and light-gauge metals to concrete and steel. They are generally used for permanent fixtures.
So see, you guys can see they're powerful, and they do have, I think, some form of gunpowder. So, like, you see, creating own bullets. See, like this. See, there's tools and stuff where people can actually make this stuff. But I guess they would have to buy the bullet casings and then the actual bullet and then fill the little casing with the TNT or whatever it is, the gunpowder, and then clamp it together with this machine, and then they would have to make a bunch of them. But yeah, anyway, because I heard there's a like a new law on purchasing bullets. Ammo laws for 2019. See, but I don't think people even really care, and I'm sure that most of this stuff is like monitored, and those those purchasers are probably monitored as well, stuff like that. So fast guide to buying ammo in California. See, there's a bunch of stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to share this. I don't know why, honestly, but I wrote it down. Concrete holes, regulations for residential usage. So obviously, it'll be more for commercial usage, for construction and house building and stuff like we've seen on YouTube right now. Not that I can really make a difference in this, but I just wanted to share this and hopefully keep people safe and stuff. But I don't know if maybe it's already monitored and recorded and and all that stuff. Probably is, So I mean, because I guess anywhere where you buy this, there has to be some type of cameras and stuff. So and then like people record like the facial stuff, footages and stuff. But yeah. Anyway, because I think they made the regulations when there was a bunch of bombings going on. I think that's why, because I think 2017, 2018, around that time is when I kind of heard about this new law from my friend, because he wanted to buy a gun for whatever reason, but I don't think he ever did. And if he did, it's without my knowledge. So I don't even know if he bought it or not. But it was probably a rule or regulation that was passed to prevent these people, whoever they were, to from causing mayhem and causing all kinds of problems and stuff in people's lives. So yeah, like, I mean, but I mean, we do have, you know, the right to bear arms. I mean, obviously, that's what the police are for. Um, you know, so so I think it's really for more people, for more, for protection from, you know, from other people, especially if, like, for like soldiers that've been to war and stuff, they feel, you know, more safer with their weapons, and they probably feel, yeah, a lot more comfortable because, you know, just that the trauma of, you know, going to war themselves and doing the things that they had to do in at war and stuff to protect our country. Then I understand from that perspective how, you know, it's okay for them to have weapons, especially like if things were to happen, you know, at least they'll have a weapon to protect people and themselves ultimately. And yeah, I think it's good. Um, and there's ways around it, you know, obviously. And these people that are in the military, you know, they're fully loaded, and I believe that. You know, I remember doing a window cleaning job. This guy had 9 millimeters and AKAs, and they're fully encased, and he just had them right there in his room with the door open and everything. He had a big house, big pool, big slide, and it was like, wow, can't believe I'm around this stuff, that type of thing. But I just did my job, window cleaning at the time, and I just went home, you know. But yeah, but anyway, you know, he must have served or something, you know, I don't know. Right. But it doesn't even matter. I just think, you know, for terrorists, this would be like their probably their go to um, source for the powder to create their own bombs and stuff, you know. But I don't know. I guess they have their own ways of doing things, and different chemicals that they probably use and all that stuff. But if this is indeed a like a max powered combustion compressor type of thing for massive um, explosives or whatever, then this would be the thing to look out for, I think. And that's been like 2 years ago, where I think the laws were passed on that. So if there's been bombs and stuff that were created, then probably this is why, this reason right here. And in order to protect people, then this as well needs to be protected um, under law to minimize these uh, these threats and stuff that these people are imposing upon others. And I mean, I don't even want to watch the videos, but there's countless of cases and scenarios where people have done these acts of terrorism and in public places and killing innocent people. So I think it's important for 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 like for laws and stuff to be in effect for this as well. If if you know, what I stated before is true. And it's simple. Um, Math is simple. You know, I think, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know a lot of this stuff, but I mean, I was just thinking one day, and I was like, well, if they made rules against bullets, but these are basically bullets too, and if they don't have rules on this, then what's preventing people or stopping people from just buying this and, you know, like manufacturing, creating their own bullets, you know, like these right here. Well, I don't know. I don't know about all this, the casings. Oh, but they could buy blanks and stuff. You know, they could buy them. It says blanks. So maybe if they go to the shooting range, they could shoot these without the bullet or something. And then, or I don't know. I don't know if these things have gunpowder in them. They probably do. Um, uh, but yeah, wow, 50 rounds for $14. That's kind of cheap. Um, Especially knowing how lethal one bullet could be. That's crazy. For it should be way more. You know, unless you're a police officer in the military, and then you're practicing like on, um, like in a shooting range, factory loaded safe for indoor range. You know, so I think like if you're renting a weapon to practice how to shoot and for training, then maybe $14. But you know for military it'll be good. It's a good price. But like for people like us, like citizens, then it should be like maybe like $10 for a bullet or more. I don't know. It should be expensive. Way more expensive than this. Because if you do the math, 15, say 15 bullets, even though it says 50 bullets for $14. So how many 14s go into 50? That's like one, two, will make kind of like 30, almost like $4 for a bullet. I think. No. No, it goes in 4 times. So they're like 40 cents a bullet. Yeah, 40 cents. So yeah, it's I think gas prices are more than that. But see, these are like I think little things that need to be considered. But yeah, but like I don't know, like just for like anyone to have these, I don't think it's right. I think it should just be for like military and stuff. Well, these are like World War II bullets. I remember these in school. They're made out of lead. Anyway, yeah, these little things here Anyway, I don't know. There's like a bunch of stuff on the internet. Even like I was reading the right to bear arms in the United States. Obviously, for someone that thinks they need protection, like I was explaining, but for other people that they just feel unsafe or they could be hunters, maybe they they too can purchase weapons and stuff. So, but I think see, but then they have a license to go shoot animals and stuff. Maybe they should just rent the weapons or something. I don't know. And then just have like a shooting range where everyone could go to minimize the bullets. Because I was reading, I think the Right to Bear Arms article and some other ones, and I posted it on YouTube, and I was reading from Wikipedia, and it was showing the statistics of like deaths in the United States of America, and um, caused uh, by or from uh, weapons, from like guns and stuff. So see all these right here with the little Wikipedia logo, um, the right to bear arms, and then when I clicked on this one, it also gave me these. Except this one and this one, I chose to read those separately. But yeah, I mean they're all. It's also like on the internet. Like yeah, I know in my comments, I thought I wrote a link to this, but I guess apparently I didn't. But see, it's even highlighted right here like that I clicked on it. Um, see, so edit video, then I could add the link. See, like that, and then I can save it. And now, when someone clicks on it, it should, like if someone clicks, yeah, right here on the description and clicks on it, it should take them directly there. So, bam. Because I want to support Wikipedia because sometimes they ask me if I could support them financially, like with an email, obviously, and like it just says something about your contributions help us to, you know, have this website going or whatever. So I choose to because it's all education, and education um, will be forever in our lives. So I don't mind investing in that. But yeah, I think this is a different approach for me to contribute to them, because when someone goes on YouTube and they do a search for any of these keywords or whatever, then um, you know, like if they go on Bill of Rights 1989, they might not write down Wikipedia, but if they write that, maybe my video will pop up and then it will show Wikipedia, and then that's obviously advertising it. And then like I did with this one, if they clicked on it or if they click on it, it should go to that link, which is not. So yeah, I think it's just a way to help them, to help other people, and all of us just helping each other, you know, in the best possible way that we can. And it's free uploads, as everyone already knows. So yeah. So like if anyone ever clicks on any of these, it should automatically have the link, in my opinion. So I'm doing that now, just to show everyone. And maybe I didn't explain it anywhere, especially when I was reading this out loud. I don't think I explained it, but yeah, um, I think that that it's educational, and my reading sucks, but I also do it to improve my reading abilities or reading skills. Um, because I don't know, I was always like super shy to read out loud because I didn't know how to read, especially in school and stuff. Um, but yeah, anyway, now if you go to my videos, if you go to any of these now, these Wikipedia ones, like I was going with the first one. So if I had it originally, then you would be able to see it. And I don't like how they cut the link because if someone was trying to copy it, now they can't. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe if I do a return period and then I save it and then I go back and then I click on this. Nope, it's still cut off for some weird reason. And I don't know why. Maybe I need to write a word. Link test. And then obviously reloading this. See, it says link test with a period now. The period is actually revealed now because I wrote a word, but the link is still broken. Oh, but I guess if they click on it, then they could copy it here. I don't know. I guess it doesn't even matter. But I think one day I wrote a bunch of links, and then I was trying to copy the description here, and then all my links were basically broken because if you try to click on it now, it's no longer valid because it doesn't have the rest of the extension of it or the remaining characters. So I guess they would have to manually, like if you wanted to copy someone's description and they had links, you had to click on each one and then go in manually and paste it. But see, if you're the one that uploaded the video, then you could click on edit video and then obviously copy it fully here. See, so over here I think it like takes out this whole description right here. Keep and bear arms. See, right? It should say to, and basically it copies this to keep and bear arms. Yeah, it deletes from here on out like that. So yeah, that's kind of weird. But anyway, so yeah, like we do have some rights. I don't know, like the full definition and little laws and stuff about all this stuff. But yeah, if you guys want to know more about this stuff, it's on YouTube. Just search this stuff. I could even test it, I guess. And it would be cool if I actually became a better reader, um, because I would be able to, go on here and effectively read these Wikipedia articles and share them with everyone. And maybe I should read them without this, my face. Maybe just the voice would be better. I don't know. But like there's some words I can't pronounce and stuff like that. But I'm trying to, obviously learn, um, how to read effectively and correctly. And so it could also improve my vocabulary and maybe like even my reasoning, stuff like that, to be more like educated and smarter. Um, so yeah, like because right now I'm in the union and stuff, so um, I'm gonna have to take classes. So when I take classes, I'm gonna have to probably read out loud and understand some of the words. So that's another plus too. By doing this, there's some words I don't understand, so I'm able to look those words up as well, and then there's a whole new passage just on that word. So and then it goes on and on and on and on. It's never ending. So I mean, just that in itself, just Wikipedia by itself, it's like like a dictionary, and it is. And you can basically search whatever you want on there, and um, it will give you a descriptive definition of whatever you search for. And then it also has, like, if you click on this one, and then you go, you're like, whatever about my reading, you can go to the Wikipedia and read it yourself if you want to. And then there's also, see, like, little links in every like paragraph or every sentence, or I don't know. There's a bunch of them. They're in blue, and I guess if you hover over it like this with the mouse character, it'll give you a quick, brief description of this. But if you click on it, see, and then it'll go to a completely new definition. It's just weapon. And then if you wanted to know swords, see, then it'll go to swords. Early modern period. What is that? It'll tell you. So, without asking people questions and stuff, I think it's pretty cool without people getting irritated and annoyed. So yeah, I think it's a awesome tool, and it's all free. Um, golden age of privacy. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff on here, and it's I think it's open source, so you can sign up as well, and like write whatever you want. And then I'm sure, if people write stupid comments or whatever, they'll probably be flagged and then probably deleted if that continues or whatever. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here. You know, world history, science, the periodic table, math, anything you can think of. Anything. See, you can go to math, mathematics, logic. See, everything, anything. That's the power of the internet. Like they say, knowledge is power. And you know, this is like I think I don't know what just happened. I think this is like legal, like a legal symbol right here. But anyway, um, and ancient Greek. See, I was about to say ancient Greek, but it's ancient. I'm still learning how to pronounce words. So yeah, you guys might go to my videos and be annoyed as hell because I don't know how to read that well. But I guess later on, as I perfect my reading skills, I could always go back and redo these again. See, because just love itself took me an hour and 23 minutes to read. So I think that's why I failed a lot of my tests in school. You know, because I had to process and mentally think about every single word like human. What picture do you get? You don't get a dog, do you? Walking around eating its food, drinking water. Think about a human. So all these words, they just make me think. And some of them I don't understand. So it makes it even more um, like difficult or challenging to process the information. And by the time I'm done reading, I mean, I don't know, maybe for some other people, you know, this can be read, all this can be read like in 10 minutes or less. I don't know. You know. So for me it takes a while. And I remember that I was never like trained how to read or taught how to read besides school. And thankfully I did have a like a separate class where I was placed because I was too slow, and I had like one-on-one, um, like kind of like counseling from these teachers that were amazing people, and I think they helped me to develop more mentally, you know, because I was kind of slow learner. And I think there was other students, maybe a few others that were in there as well. But it was mostly one on one, you know. Um, but yeah, um, you know, I guess we all got to start somewhere, and it's never too late to learn something new or to become teachable and approaching life with an open mind or being open minded. I think that's very very important for everyone because you get those people that are just like no, and they get all red and crazy, and their face turns into like a crushed up paper, and their eyes flare. Makes you take a few steps back. Like, what is this guy gonna do? What is this woman gonna do? That type of thing. Like, but it's all about let me understand what you're trying to say. Let me process it. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I wasn't fully informed. That it's crazy sometimes. And maybe I should have just gone to school, back to school, where there's everyone is trying to learn. Everyone understands that they're trying to learn. They're not in an environment where, like the people say, know it all or whatever. And I don't know, like there's a lot of things I don't know. And maybe these videos are whack. Maybe these ideas are, some of them are just, they make you wonder or whatever. I don't know. But, um, I don't know, like, it's all about education though. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what, like there's these bunch of people that say like, oh, I dropped out of high school and I became this or that. I mean, that's great. But see, the difference is that they had passion for whatever it is that they wanted to do, and they didn't just drop out of school to just drop out of school and be like, well, I'm going to do this and be successful at it. These people have probably failed many, many times, but they were persistent. And I remember a quote that I read or heard somewhere, and it said, "The persistency of water. I mean, water can break a rock, but the persistency of it can." And that was the quote. And meaning, the water always hitting that rock over and over and over and over and over after days and days and days and days out or whatever. Over time, it breaks it. So I guess that's with anything, um, especially if real um, consideration or like you apply your mind on one specific thing, then I guess it can be accomplishable and you can be successful at it. But I guess you would have to know without a shadow of a doubt that that is your true calling, and that's what you're going to die doing for the rest of your life. And I believe that these people came to that conclusion, and that's when they decided to drop out of high school or college or whatever it might have been. You know, that's what I think. So that's why I think maybe when people or we hear YouTube videos where they're like, "Oh, forget school," I dropped out or whatever. Maybe it was because of that logic. Maybe, you know. So I think a lot of people are probably getting misinformed to think that you don't need to go to school. And I personally believe that just going through life, it's always about education. It's always a learning experience with the things that we do in our day by day lives. Living life is, sometimes the world throws stuff, things at you that you don't know what to do about, or, like just different things that are mandatory, like getting your license. So you have to go and get a license. You have to get insurance. You have to do this and that, and there's a bunch of other things that we are mandatorily forced to do, and we just have to like basically put up with that. That's just part of life. And I guess some people are trained or taught from a young age where they understand this, but other people are not. So they have to grow up and learn all this themselves, because obviously, you know, maybe school doesn't teach that. I don't know. Um, Maybe it's just, personal living, within a family, that is brought up and then introduced to someone's life, but when you get older, you have to get a car to go to work, unless you live down the street. I mean, yeah, down the street, and your job is down the street, then you could just walk. But, there's a bunch of things that come along with all that stuff, so it's not, just quitting school and education because, especially if you can't support yourself, someone's going to have to support you. And although other people, maybe in your family, don't voice these things or talk about them, um, they it's probably affecting them negatively, behind the scenes, without them like actually telling you, face to face, like, you not doing this or this or that or that, whatever it might be. um, it's financially hurting us or whatever. I don't know, because I guess it would be difficult to tell someone that if you really love them, because um, you don't want to hurt them, and things like that, or because that life's a struggle already. See, and I understand this stuff, so personally, I try not to ask for anything from anyone, because life is difficult as it is already. And I mean, I guess if there's really a lot of resources out there to keep everyone alive, there wouldn't be poor people. There wouldn't be people dying of hunger and a bunch of other problems that are out there. We wouldn't see that. We wouldn't, hear about it on the news, or on social media and all that stuff. And I guess I could go back to the weapons and stuff too. Education. That's why, power in the wrong hands could be deadly, while power in the right hands can serve to protect people and the lives around us, and in other living organisms and animals and stuff like that. See, so it's all about education. and making logical decisions in life, you know. So, yeah, I guess this is just something, you know, that's been on my mind, and you know, I don't know, I felt like writing or making a video about this before, you know, and I just kind of like pushed it aside and didn't really want to make a video about it. But here I am, and I made it. So that's all I really wanted to talk about. And yeah.